Everybody, if you're new to my channel, my name is Tish. This is Tish Loves Home, and today I'll be decorating for a little girl's room. I cannot wait. I'm gonna let you see my car and how packed it is. This is the car with all the stuff. The mop head has nothing to do with the room, by the way. Just happens to be in there. So I just thought you might get a kick of seeing everything that I have loaded. I mean, packed. And this is typical when I'm doing a space like this, to be loaded down. So we are gonna get a few little stops done on the way, and then I've even got stuff up here. So yeah, it's time to get rolling this morning. Okay, the car is unloaded. It's really dark right through here, so I'm not sure how much you'll be able to see. I'm out of breath. That's one of the hardest parts, is unloading and reloading. Luckily, I'm gonna get to leave most of this here. This is the bedroom, and they brought up some things they told me they were going to, so I'm really excited about that. This is her cute little vanity. This was a piece that we had downstairs in the other room that we did, and she thought that would be good for her, and I agree. And then the bed, she did get a dust ruffle that I'm going to attempt to get on. It's a big bed, so I don't know, but we'll see. I'm going to try. And then this is this beautiful window. I do have curtains. And they had to come down some, I see, because of the rod part. So we're going to make that work. I'm not sure if I'm going to, I brought 2 sets, so I'm going to see which ones I'm going to use. And then for the bench, I do have a corner piece. I do have some pillows that I'm going to put, and I really feel like eventually they could get like a cushion to go all the way across, but that would have been too much for my budget that I was working with, so I did not do that. They will have a TV up here in the future, so I'm going to kind of style this. It's beautiful furniture. That mirror they already had, and they brought it up for me. And then the basket, I think we had that downstairs as well. So it's a really good slate to start with. And really all I'm doing is going to be just bringing it to life. I have several things for above the bed. I'm trying to decide. The good thing about this is that it's not so high. So I feel like I can do a few things and kind of keep it simple. They do have a painting that someone's doing for them that's coming. I'm thinking I'm probably going to leave a section over here for it, because I'm thinking I'm going to put like her little memory board and stuff for pictures over there. But we'll see. They also have this space, even though it's behind the door. When she's in here, you know, she could still see it there. I just don't think I'm going to put it above the bed because it doesn't have any blue in it. If what she showed me is exactly what they're going to have, and I really feel like we need to bring out some of the blue. And then they did get the bathroom shelves hung up for me. And so I do have a little room there I could put something. But I did ask them to kind of do them low enough that, you know, she can reach them easily, which this ceiling's pretty low, so it really probably wouldn't matter that much. But I'm going to put a few things on that. And I do have my hand towels and things I'm going to use. And I've got my little shelf. I don't know that if the rug that I got is going to work, because it's kind of narrow through here, but we'll see. And then they already had the little shower curtain up, so it shouldn't be too much in here to kind of dress it up a little bit. So I went ahead and got the dust ruffle on that she bought. Whoever came up with this whole idea of the elastic dust ruffles, so much easier than the way that they used to be, and you had to take the whole mattress up. So it really wasn't bad at all, and it kind of just, you know, hides a little bit down there at the bottom. So I got that done first, and I don't know if you can really tell on this video or not. The walls may not look exactly the color they are. They're just a kind of a light tan maybe. And so, you know, there may be some time later if they choose to paint, or it might be pretty to do some wallpaper on that window wall. But for today, you know, our purpose was just to do a little styling and add a little bit of, I don't know, just color and some personal touches to this room. So that's kind of what I was focused on. Now, I know that a lot of people will ask me when they see a video like this, you know, like, how much does this cost? Well, typically what I do when I go for the consult, is I just kind of talk with the client about what it is that they're looking for in the space. Like, what do we want to add? You kind of some ideas and styles that they have in mind. And then I take that and I go back and just kind of get an idea of kind of an estimated cost of what I think it would take just to buy some things to go in the space. So, okay, so I'm just going to play. I got to play with these pillows for a while. I feel like those were too much on the bed, so I'm thinking they could be really cute in that corner. I do have a pink blanket, and then the pillow I have to go in the center has a little bit of pink in it, so I think that'll be enough to bring it all together. But you're going to probably see on this video me kind of going back and forth and moving things. It's a process, and I always joke, like when I'm shopping and I'm just kind of standing there looking around, it's like I got to think. So same process when you're putting it together. You have in your mind like how you want it to go, but then you got to make adjustments, because as we all know, things don't always come out exactly the way you picture it. So I'm going to keep going around a little bit with the bed. I do have in mind what I'm going to put above it, so I'm going to kind of bring that out and just kind of see, but I probably will wait and hang it once I get everything else in place. So I can kind of get an idea of how much I think that it's going to cost to buy the things for that room. And that, of course, like I said, depends on the space itself. And in this particular area, I was, adding accessories to this room. I also had the bathroom that I was going to add some things to, and I knew, she kind of gave me an idea of what she wanted in there. And then I also was buying a rug for the hallway. I did not put that down on this video because they are still working on some things out there, so I really didn't want to roll it out until they had time to get some things done, and then they could roll it out after they kind of got some things out of there. So once I have that, then I kind of go back to the client and say, hey, this is kind of what I'm thinking it's going to cost me to buy stuff based on what you told me. And then I typically, depending on the space again, I charge anywhere from $250 to $300, and that is for me to do the consult, come up with the plan, do all the shopping, and install. So this room was a $500 product, I guess you could say products or items of decor that I bought, and then it was an additional $250 for me to shop for it all, kind of come up with a plan, and for me to come up today and install it. So I think that's a pretty good deal considering the time and effort that it takes to do it. And, if I were doing wallpaper or something like that, of course it's going to take me longer, but that's what the consult's for. And they actually had this done for her birthday, so I thought that was really sweet. And really, if you've got somebody that they have everything that they possibly want, I think this is such a great gift that you could give someone. You could offer to pay for the cost for me to do it, or a cost for the products, or all of it. But it's just a really good way to get a room kind of put together when you may have limited time yourself, because it does take time to go find stuff, make everything match, and then just to have the time just to do it all. I do think that would be a great gift for a lot of people who work full-time and just don't have time to do it. So, every job, there's always going to be one or two things that are not working out. I think this curtain rod, I don't know, is too long. I feel like I'm not sure why, and I can't make it smaller. That's the smallest it will go. I guess I picked up a different size. I just really thought that the lowest amount for that, like when you push it all together, was like 30 inches. I think that's much longer than 30 inches. I don't know. But I'm going to go get another curtain rod. I can use this one for something else, so no big deal on that. And then I'm going to see if I can find a little pink pillow to go right here. I feel like I need that. So I'm just going to kind of put some things in place. And then I'm gonna make myself a little list and run to Walmart. And you know, I do this almost every job. I have to run get a few things. Okay, so I've just pulled out everything that I have, little accessories. This picture was in my bathroom and I never felt like it was big enough in there, but y'all, how sweet would that be right here above her bed? I think it is adorable. So I'm definitely going to use that. And then I do have the plates. These, I'm not sure. Some of this, you know, is just stuff that I had that I thought I would use. And then I've got this, a couple of greeneries, her frames. I think I'm going to, I'll put a few things up there. And then I may put this shelf up so I could put a few things over here. And of course I have a little room still here to do some things with. And then I'm going to get a shorter rod. I think I'm going to get a little fabric glue and just kind of glue the bottom of that up a little bit. So yeah, I'm going to run, do that, and we'll come back. When I get back, we'll get everything finished. I think I kind of know where things are going. I'm going to put this behind the door. So we'll get it all put together, and it's just going to be cute, cute, cute. Okay, that looks so much better. I did get some fabric glue, so I'm going to see about that towards the end. And so no pink pillow, but I thought maybe if I just did that, I mean, I know she's about to be 13, but is there any kid that doesn't love stuffed animals? So I just wanted a little pink, so I think that's going to work. I did get these in case I decide to change something out. I feel like this is closer to the color than that, but these are Euroshams. Can't believe the lack of pink. And then I just picked up a little bit more greenery and some commando strips. So let's get this room together.
Dancing in the lights, ooh, yeah. Colors oh so bright, so bright. Feeling love tonight, tonight. Everything's alright, alright. Memories of a lifetime. In the beat we find our moments. Rewind, rewind. Love so kind, so kind.
So I think I have everything hung. I just didn't want to share that on camera because I thought I might have trouble. I didn't have trouble, which is shocking, but I'm going to go ahead now and start accessorizing, and then I think I'll be on the home stretch. I really do try to let you see me work because I always think that's kind of interesting, but I don't know, I can't do it fast, and I feel like when I'm recording, for some reason I feel like pressure. So I am, and I've got the bathroom shelves to do too, so I'm going to turn this off and I'm just going to zoom back and forth till I get it like I want it, and then I'll share with you when I get finished. So I will be back. Let me tell you a few things that I did and kind of walk you around the room. So I ended up hanging this back here behind the door just so she would have a nice little hook to hang. This is a Ross find. I think it was like $5, maybe $6. She had just gotten her vanity, and I just put this little tray here for her so she could put some little pretties, and then another little pink thing there. and then added a little pillow to her chair, and also put one of the coasters over there. So she is set in that area. And the bed, she had this bedding, and I added the white ruffle pillows in the back just to kind of give it a little bit more dimension. And then I brought this pillow from downstairs. This one I bought, and then added the little bunny because I really wanted to tie in a little bit of the pink. So hopefully she will like that. And then they do have a painting coming. I left them a space up here if they want to put it there, or they may want to change this out. I love this because I think it fits the vibe of the bed. This little painting is a print, really, that I found at a thrift store, and it was in my guest bathroom. I think it's so sweet. It really wasn't big enough to me to go here, so I brought this white frame, not knowing exactly how I was going to use it, but it worked out perfectly, just to give it a little bit more, you know, volume to kind of cover up the space. But I think super cute there. And then this rug, I think this is one that I got at Ross. Instead of trying to put a big rug underneath this big king size bed, I decided just to do this in front of the dresser. That would break up the carpet a little bit, but wouldn't be so hard to, you know, have to put something under the bed, and it wouldn't have to be as big. And they are going to put a TV here in the center, so that's why that's kind of empty. This was the little lamp I got at, I think that came from Burlington. And then I just cleaned up this basket a little bit and some of her little pictures. And then I've got her little area over here. That also came from Burlington. And then this is the mirror they had downstairs that they got for the room. I hung this little shelf. I left that frame open so that she can put whatever she wants to in it. And then that was one of the prints I ordered off of Amazon and just framed it. And the candlestick, found the little bow and something she had. I thought it would just be cute there. And then the curtains also came from Burlington. I really am just going to leave them be. I think they're fine pulled at the bottom. You would really have to have custom curtains to fit this perfectly just because it's an unusual space. And I just don't think that's necessary. So I did change out the rod to make it a little smaller. I felt like the other one I had gotten was a little too big. So there are the curtains, and they are blackout curtains, so she can pull those two at night if she wants to. She had requested a little place to hang pictures of her friends. So I've got some little pins up there, and she can add more. That I just hung with commando strips. And then I picked up the basket because I had a feeling she'd probably have some little things she wanted to put up here. And then added these two little pillows over there, and I found her little Peppa Pig, so I just stuck it there. And then this is something that we did last time, so that looks really pretty up here to me. And then I threw a coaster over there for her also. So I think that is it in here. I think it turned out so cute. I tried to leave space for her. You know, she's got room up there to add. She can add her pictures. She has some space that she can, you know, make it her own. I didn't want it to be just everything that I chose. Let me tell you just a little bit about the bathroom. I love this bathroom. It is so cozy in here. And this maroon kind of burgundy color with this pink is so pretty. I just love that together. So she had the little bow shower curtain. The rug worked out really nicely. This came from, it's got a little wrinkle right there. Y'all know I got to see something every time. Dollar General, and I was so happy to find it. It really looks pretty with the towels and hand towels. I put that little picture up. I thought it had the colors in it. And this little stand is the one I got at Ross. And again, I'm leaving empty space because I want her to be able to make it what she wants it to be. And then these shelves also came from Ross, and they are adorable. And I just kind of accessorized them lightly. I didn't do a whole lot. I added one of those to give it a little bit of height up there, and then put one of the towels down here. And then she had these cute little bow dispensers and toothbrush holder. And then I put her little hand towels over there, and then just a little bit of greenery. So I think it's just cute. It's cozy in here. I love this little bathroom. So I hope she will be happy with it. Thank you so much for watching today. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope that you will like, subscribe, and that you will come back to see me. I am getting ready to start going through my fall stuff, and some of you may be thinking, wow, you're behind. Actually, I have up football season stuff now for my daughter who is in high school, and she's a cheerleader, so I kind of start doing that when our football season starts. And I'm going to keep that out for maybe a few more weeks, and then I'm going to pull out some of my cute little jack-o'-lanterns that I have and kind of see if I can incorporate some of that. So make sure that you have subscribed and you get notifications. And when I post my next video, you will be there and you can see it. And join me as I get ready to do all these fun things for the fall.